I'm Jeff Stewart, licensed marriage and family therapist and the host of this podcast, From Crisis to Connection. And we really need each other. I mean, I know John Gottman talks a lot about accepting influence in marriage and how, you know, that learning and experiencing like someone else's, you know, emotional reflexes and what they're comfortable with can really influence and help us. I know that that's been the case in my own life, in my relationships, that watching other people who can embrace those emotions more easily. If I let myself, you know, like you said, feed off their courage, let it be contagious, it's just made a huge difference. And so a lot of people wonder where to start with this. Like, well, if I'm just sitting on a bunch of emotions, I don't know what to do with it, or I have no self-awareness, there's people around you probably that are doing something with it.
Yeah, there's people around you that are probably also working on this in some way. And, you know, there's an entire online world now to tap into too. So if you feel like, well, there's really nobody I know of in my immediate world, there's resources online to tap into. And then there's ways that you can just start to work on it within yourself. You know, it's sort of building the connection back inside of yourself from your head to your body, because emotions happen in the body. So it's really building the connection and the awareness. It's like a muscle. You just have to work the muscle over and over and over again. So like a tool that I give a lot of my clients is to set their phone or their watch to beep at them 5 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
And as it beeps at them throughout the day, their job is to just stop and check in with their body and ask themselves, what am I feeling right now? Just that, what's happening in my body? What am I feeling? Mm-hmm. And the repetitiveness of doing that builds the muscle.
I love it.
It builds the muscle of awareness. It builds the muscle of, my body is here. What is happening inside of me? I've been like spending 2 hours in front of my computer, like a disconnected head, just thinking, you know, and I have a body. So let me actually find out what's happening. And that exercise and doing that over and over and over again starts building that muscle of awareness and connection down into the emotional body from the mind.
Yeah, I love that. I know the Apple Watch, I used to have one, and it had like a little breathing reminder, right? And that's built in, I guess. And that could be another signal. But even if you set an alarm or use your watch, or there seem to be a lot of prompts these days about stopping us, slowing us down. And that's a great opportunity, like you're saying, to be fully embodied and not just a head. I totally relate to the head thing. That's hilarious, because I feel like that a lot. The when you vocalize that, I thought, oh my goodness, that's exactly how it feels. I feel like I'm just a head walking around looking at screens.
I know. There are days when I'm like, I feel like I was an air traffic controller today, and it was all happening in my brain. And now I just need to find out like what's happening in the rest of me.
Yeah.
How do I get down in there and be connected to my whole self?
Well, and I love that. To me, it's almost like dipping your cup into the well. It's like the water's flowing all the time. There's movement. There's stuff going on in our bodies. It's more just an exercise in awareness and intentionality around it.
Yeah. And again, it's okay if that's a weak muscle at the beginning, right? Because many of us were not raised in a way where we were connected to that, or learned how to do that, or learned how to be in awareness. So it's okay if it's not something that comes natural, or that when you start to try to practice it, you're like coming up empty, don't know.
Yeah.
Can't tell.
This is weird. Yeah.
That's okay too, because it's just about learning to just even send your curiosity down to your emotional self. And eventually you're going to keep doing it. And then you're going to be like, oh, I feel this. This is what's happening. It's going to connect. It just may take a little time if you're not used to that and haven't done that before.
Thanks for stopping by and watching this little clip of my podcast interview. If you want to catch the full episode with this guest, you can click on the link below. It'll take you to my podcast and you can listen to the whole thing. Once again, I appreciate your support. I've got lots of other episodes you can check out as well, and I'd love to hear what you think about it.